and bring over a very, very well thought of CEO, Jeffrey Bennick. How are you, sir?
Hey, great, and thanks for having me here today. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. It's been a long day.
I think the answer to that question is Tilray.
I think you're right. Now I got to close the voting. No, Jeff, you're exactly right. You are here to tell us about Aleafia Health. So I'm going to let you get to it. We talked to you recently on Cannabis Hour. I'm super excited because I think you've had some updates even since then. So I'm going to hop off the screen and let you take it away.
Yeah, thank you. Big announcement today. Big announcement. And good afternoon. Again, Elliot and team there, thank you. And a big thank you to that team at Benzinga for hosting this event and really giving us a great platform for both issuers and retail investors. So welcome all. And I'm going to tell my name, for those of you that don't know, is Jeffrey Bennick. I am the CEO of Aleafia Health, which is listed on the TSX under the symbol AH and on the OTCQX markets as Aleaf, A-L-E-A-F. Like many of you watching, I'm also a shareholder. And I've invested my own money into this company because I strongly believe in the growth potential of this business. And I'm hoping to answer some of those, those scenarios and paint some scenarios for you today. So my experience has truly been supply chain for the most part, from some of the biggest CPGs globally, from Mondelez, Walmart, Nestle, Campbell's Soup, just to name a few. So I've taken a lot of the lessons I've learned in supply chain and being very entrepreneurial. And I'm really using our second mover advantage here to advance our company forward. And it's an exciting story. Prior to that, I had a small stint in professional hockey. And it's really what was the genesis of me getting involved in cannabis. You see, a lot of the folks and a lot of the players I played with, both on my team and opposing, a lot of them were suffering from a lot of issues, whether it's been, pain, chronic pain, sleep issues, mental stress, anxiety, just to name a few of some of the indications. And, for the most part, a lot of these players were, turned on to opiates and narcotics, unfortunately. And what's happened is a lot of these friends and players and teammates and folks I played against have unfortunately become addicted to a lot of these types of narcotics and opiates. And I really wanted to change that. And I felt cannabis was the change. And here we are. So, a quick intro into Aleafia. We view ourselves as a second generation licensed producer. We're only founded in 2018. And since then, we built and operationalized our world-class production assets, which became licensed in the first half of 2020. And it's only in the back half of last year that we commenced bringing high value cannabis products to the market at scale. So just to give you some perspective, in 2018, we reported $600,000 in cannabis revenue. In 2019, that number increased to over 11 million. And in 2020, cannabis revenue was 41 million. And we are well on our way to beating that this year. So from day one, we've been very incredibly focused on building a patient ecosystem, providing a one-stop shop for medical cannabis patients. And to that end, we built a very diverse and differentiated roster of cannabis products, which we've now also begun to deploy in the adult use market and internationally. And that's something I'll spend a fair bit of time discussing today. We are truly a vertically integrated company. And we, when we started this business, being vertically integrated was so important because, you had to grow your own flower, you had to find your own patients, you had to produce your own products, you had to then finally be able to see, hear, and script the patients, formulate, package, and then ship to them. And we very much believe still in that vertically integrated ecosystem. And what it's done for us, it's really diversified and integrated our production ecosystem. So we have facilities that have only been licensed in 2020, and we have 3 production facilities, one that's outdoor, another one that's a greenhouse state of the art, and then finally our manufacturing in Paris. So we love this integrated model. It gives us a huge point of differentiation for us, especially as we're formulating and making some of these brands and opportunities that we're selling into through our house of brands, and also the clinic and research. Like Canada, international markets have been slow to go and slow to develop. Beginning to change though, and it's creating some really big opportunities, and we're going to seize them. So currently, we have products in Australia, and the big news today, for those of you that not have heard, fresh off the press, is that we just made our first shipment to Germany. This has been something we've been working on for over 2 years, and for the first time, we have first mover advantage. This is the largest medical cannabis market in the world, and only a handful of companies have successfully exported there. There's high barriers to entries, and we expect to ship around 200 kilos of dried flower to the international markets this quarter. So that's this quarter ending in June. And also, we think this will ramp up quickly throughout 2021, and we're really excited about this opportunity. We've also secured export permits to complete another shipment to Australia, which we think will happen this month. All the work we've done over the last 2 years has set the stage now for repeated purchase orders. We primed the sales pipe, and the purchase orders are flowing. We are already processing 3 additional purchase orders, and we truly think our Sour Kush cultivar and our Flow cultivar, which have tested very favorably off the charts, are going to be league leading in Germany. We really believe it. I think that we're going to be trailblazing in Germany just to start in terms of Europe, and we think our flower will be top notch there. And we are also working on getting approval to export our cannabis derivative formats in addition to the dried flower, and we're excited about that. That's kind of the next order of business for us. So in our outdoor grow, we were first in Canada. We were growing on 13 acres in 2019. And then in 2020, we acquired the property right next to us, and we grew on about 50 acres and harvested 31,000 kilograms. So plans for 2021. So, a lot of investors have been waiting. And if you look at the bottom right-hand portion of that slide there, you'll see that's an updated photo, and we've already started planting. We're well on our way, and this will be our best year for a number of reasons. The biggest one is that all the infrastructure was built last year, and it's producing and working fully on its at top notch right now from irrigation and also the feed systems, with absolutely nothing encumbering us from really running at this hard. This is the first year we did everything on site in Port Perry: propagation, planting. Everything is truly a standalone and really focused. We introduced some really amazing new cultivars that you're going to hear about, and it's really created an opportunity for us to build a huge dried flower portfolio, which I'm going to talk about. That really lends into some of the brands that we're building and the success we're having as a low-cost API, high-quality producer coming out of Port Perry. So as I mentioned again, been up at that site a few times. We're well ahead of the curve. We think this is going to be a banner year for us, growing a tremendous amount of low-cost, high-quality product. Now let's move to the brands and product portfolio. So that's exactly what you see on this slide here. What we've developed is a highly differentiated portfolio of brands, each which is own unique products and appealing to specific consumer audiences. A key theme here is focusing on areas where we have competitive advantages and there were gaps in the market. So under Sunday Market, there are 5 brands. I'm going to start with Kin Slips. It's incredibly innovative, sublingual strips. It's a rapid onset. It's great for patients and consumers as it's discreet and easy to use. And this is our top selling product from format in 2021. Bogart's Kitchen is our edibles only brand. Our first product was THC Soft Chews with the CBD line extension just released. And this week, we're making the first shipments of a totally new product, salted caramel pretzels. Again, more to come here. Divvy is our everyday cannabis brands. High quality, high potency flower, pre-rolls, and vapes are by far the largest product categories in Canada. And we've launched with pre-rolls and dried flower at very accessible prices that have made a great splash in the market. Our new Divvy pre-rolls were the top selling SKUs on the Ontario Cannabis Store for the last 2 weeks, which is great for a start for this brand. We are now launching our 14 gram and 10 gram milled flower first shipments, pouches, and first shipments were made last week. So stay tuned. They'll be in the stores real soon. Okay, so keep an eye on looking out for those. Next one that really excites me is Noon and Night. It's truly a trailblazing brand as it delivers CBD dominant wellness and personal care products. So this really sets us apart and fills a gap in the cannabis marketplace. We launched first with its one of a kind Omega CBD soft gels, and then CBD lavender fizz bath bombs. Both are doing very well and very creative. Our CBD over-the-counter opportunity is something that we are highly anticipating. We think that Health Canada is reviewing the Cannabis Act, and we truly believe that at some point soon, you'll be able to buy CBD products over the counter in your supermarkets, health food stores, and we think we're positioning ourselves very well, having great outdoor, low-cost input material, creating high-end products, CPG-type CBD products that'll be available over the counter in formats that everyone's already used to. So you're just going to get it with CBD. Our omega-3 products are one of the most popular nutritional supplements in North America, and we are now the only cannabis company with this kind of offering. I want to talk about our key differentiator is in our medical model. So today, you could self-refer, you could be seen, heard, and scripted by 10 a.m., registered by 11, and have that delivery of your product that same day. That's world class. And I got to tell you, so many of my friends, so many shareholders, and so many patients send me a ton of great emails and a whole bunch of great communication on how amazing that service is. And we're just going to keep doing that and expanding that across the country, and we're doing really well with that. I also want to move over to our Unifor opportunity. So this is coverage from large employers. So we just launched the program of medical cannabis coverage and started seeing our first patients in the last couple of weeks. So being able to gain access to insurance coverage for workers is a game changer, and we are very excited to continue scaling this up. The first company to join the Unifor program is the Ford Motor Company of Canada, and I can tell you we're working on several others right now. Having fully covered cannabis is a game changer. And I also want to say we're now providing medical cannabis care products to United's Ford employees as the last couple of weeks, and the response has been great. And on that note, I just want to say one of the competitive advantage of us working with a big company like Unifor is the data that we're actually accumulating, and it's real data in the sense that when we go in and do sales pitches to large employers or other unions, the first thing they ask is, give me the cost benefit of analysis. This is the first time we're going to have quantifiable data where we could do a cost benefit analysis on opiates versus cannabis and narcotics versus cannabis, but more so the improvement in performance, production, quality of life of that employee, which is monumental. Just going to briefly show you a couple last slides of our Paris facility. It's where all our derivative products are made. We produce everything in-house. We have an innovative team that's always hard at work, and we have a commercial kitchen where we produce our Bogart's kitchen branded edibles. Grimsby is our greenhouse. It's really ramping up now. International sales, huge, 25 to hopefully 30K of great yielding, low cost, JCP compliant, high potency, and great quality. So thank you very much for participating in this presentation. All the best to you and your families. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Jeff. Really good insights, and congrats on the news, man. That's huge.
Yeah, I got to tell you, we're really excited about that. It's been over a year in progress, and it's exciting because we're taking 50-cent grams and selling them into Europe for a much, much higher price, and the demand is incredible. That pipeline's so full. We're excited about it, and it's a lot of work, but we're even more excited about the derivative products. So when you're launching and the consumers and patients get to know you out in Germany, Poland, Czech, and all those countries, when you can sell other products, and it's just going to be exciting.
Now, in that vein, I'm very curious. You just launched a ton of new products, and that was a lot of the news that I think you released a couple months back, maybe less. Gosh, time flies. But I'm curious, how are you marketing those brands, expanding those brands internationally between these different markets that you're now working in? We did touch on that earlier, but I'd love your thoughts, specifically on what you're doing at Aleafia.
Yeah, so look, we're working on relationships. So, we're working with, some of the top, sales teams out in those marketplaces that have huge penetration already. And, the key there is having first mover advantage. So, your products are in the market first and foremost, and everyone's getting to learn everything about your products and associating it to Aleafia, Emblem, and any of our other brands. It's a huge competitive advantage. And we're gonna tap that as hard as we can. And I'm telling you, we're excited. I'm excited to be a shareholder, and I'm excited for our shareholders because we truly are starting to fire on all cylinders, and we're just going to keep hitting that nail on the head right now.
Well, that's one thing I've always noticed about Aleafia is you have very loyal shareholders. And it seems like you always have. So you guys must be doing it right over there. I guess, in terms of my own curiosity, I lost my question. I had written it down. I lost it. I was curious about your outdoor grow in Port Perry. I know that's what it was about. I know you all, it is one of the largest outdoor grows in Canada, if I'm not mistaken. So I was curious about the value that offers your company.
Yeah, so look, it's a tremendous amount of infrastructure. Unless you see it, you really can't appreciate it. But it's a self-sustaining asset of ours now, and it's just going to, not only produce a ton of weight of great product, but the THC levels of cultivars, are just going to be so incredible, and the cost is even better. And so we're excited about it. This is going to probably be the best year we ever had. We're so far ahead of any other year we had, and I'm really hoping to, hopefully have an investor day out there this year. To all our loyal investors, we love you. We work hard for you. I can guarantee you, we throw nickels around like manhole covers for you, and we're going to keep doing that. Aleafia long, Aleafia strong.
I love that, Jeff. That's great, man. And I appreciate you being here and sharing your story with us. And ideally, we picked up a few loyal shareholders along the way. So thank you again, my friend.
Thank you.